to my channel. Thank you for watching this video. I truly appreciate. Thank you and Happy New Year. We made it to 2026. God has been so faithful. We thank God for his mercies upon us. And yeah, my name is Tosin. Yeah, so welcome. My last video, I discussed about knowing the will of God. I talked about asking before acting. Yeah, I encouraged us that before we take any step, it's best to ask God in prayer. It's best to know his will. It's best to inquire from God if that is the right time for us to do whatever we want to do, you know. And yeah, I encouraged us to ask before we act. Now that we've asked and we've gotten a response, we've seen a green light to go ahead. So today, what is next? So I'll be talking about acting after asking. Acting after asking. And I would just love to share some of my personal experience. I think it was 3 years ago. A few years ago, I and my family made a decision, and it was a tough one, I must say. And I remember God showing me repeatedly that what you're about to do, you know, there is no way there, you know. But then the mistake I made is I should have, you know, prayed about it. I should have prayed. I should have asked God that, okay, you are showing me that there is no way. So what do you want me to do? You know, it was a little bit dicey situation, but I didn't. So we took the decision anyway, and of course, you know, God doesn't lie, right? Truly, there was no way, and it costed us thousands of dollars, you know, and I don't want to say I went into depression, but it was depressing, honestly. And, you know, I've kind of learned my lesson that before taking any step, it's best to seek the face of God, you know. And even in my own case, I was privileged. Without even asking God about it, He spoke, you know. But then I kind of trivialized it. Yeah, you know, and I didn't take step, you know, to go back to him to ask what he wants me to do, to guide us and to lead us. But thank God for his mercy. You know, it took a while to fall back on track, but to the glory of God, yeah, everything came back fine. So yeah, and I have some, you know, past experiences as well that I took without letting God or without asking God about it. Just felt that, well, I think this is good, you know, let me just do it anyway. I think, you know, I mean, God want me to prosper, right? God want me to do well, but then I'm not asking him if I should do it or if that is the right time. It is one thing for God to say, yes, go ahead and do it. It's another thing for us asking the time to do it. Like, is it now or later? You know, just like the Bible verse that says, the vision is for an appointed time. You know, if God is showing us or if God is giving us a vision, that doesn't mean that it's going to happen right now. That doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow. You know, it's for us to, now it's left for us to now go back to God and ask him when. You've shown me this, I've received this. When is it going to happen? And yeah, but oftentimes we believe that, oh, because I've seen it, it's going to happen very soon. Because God has shown me it's going to happen tomorrow, but it's not always like that. I've done so many businesses in the past. I used to do clothing business, and I just felt like, oh, okay, it's not something that is common here. And yeah, I think it's lucrative. I think I'm going to get customer for it. But no, it was a loss for me. I had to borrow money from my line of credit to go into that business. But then, I think I still have some of the clothes. And I'm talking about 5 years ago. So I've had so many things, that has costed me money, costed me time, costed me resources. And it's because I didn't seek the face of God. And like I said, I've really learned my lesson. I learned it in hard way, but then thank God. So I've kind of now I don't think there would be anything I want to do that I will not seek the face of God, that I will not ask God, to know if it's okay for me to do it, regardless of how beautiful the thing is, how lucrative or how enticing, the thing is. I still have to go back to God and ask that, God, what are you saying today? Do you want me to do it, or do you want me to wait? And if you want me to do it, when should I do it? Is it now, or you still want me to wait, maybe in a month, maybe in 2 months, maybe in a year? Who knows, right? It's better to wait, to do it in God's timing than you do it in your own timing. Because then, if you are doing it in God's timing, there will be speed. Everything will work well, everything will align, everything, you won't struggle. Everything will come with ease. But then if you're doing it in your own way, with your own wisdom, then what happened? Right? So yeah, now that we've sought the face of God, now that God has given us a go ahead, okay, go ahead, you've asked him, what is next? It's for you to gather all the information needed for that particular thing. Let's say you want to go into business. You've prayed about it, and God has given you a sign to go ahead. So the next thing for you to do is to gather information about that business, right? Wisdom is profitable. There is one Bible verse, in all that get understanding. I'm going to put it in the description. So yeah, you want to gather as much information as you can gather. You can speak to people who have been into this business. So I want to do this. What do I need to know? You can go for maybe short course, or go online. We are in internet world, right? Go on internet. This is era of internet. So go on internet, search, look for information, gather information. How do I go about it? Get some training if requires you to have some training, and gather your supplies, gather everything before you start. Do not just, yes, you've prayed about it, but then you still have to do your own part as well. You have to gather information. Do not limit it to, okay, God has told me to forge ahead. God has told me to do this. Let me just do it, without you having more information, without you having more knowledge about that particular thing. I mean, it might work out, but it might require you, it might cost you some things. Unlike if after hearing from God, you gather all the supplies, you have more information, you have more knowledge about that particular thing. And again, if it is, let's say a life partner, you are believing God for life partner, and God, told you that, yes, this is your husband, this is the person you're going to marry. Now, what next? for your life partner, you've God has shown you green light that, okay, this is the man, this is the woman that you're going to marry, and now what should I do? The next is for you to, you want to study the person. Do not rush into marriage because, oh, God said he's my husband. God said she's my wife. Now we're going to get married next month. You still need to study each other. Try to know some things about the person. Try to court. Try to know each other. Don't just jump into it because God told you that he or she is your life partner. Try to know each other, then you can start planning, go for counseling. Of course, continue to pray about your future as you get knowing each other. Continue to pray about the wedding day. Continue to pray about your children, your future children, about you living together in hall, and you have to do your part as well, by knowing each other. And so whatever it is that you are believing God for, that you want to do, is best to ask before acting, and after acting, ask before acting, and after asking, it's time to act. So when you are acting, acting period or acting phase will be the phase where you are gathering information. So let's say business, you want to know more about the business. Let's say it's relationship, you want to know more about that person. So that God, has shown you or has told you that yes, this is the right way. It doesn't mean that you have to start immediately. You have to do your own part as well. You want to gather information, you want to know more about the person, or you want to know more about the particular thing, or you want to acquire more knowledge, more information about the business before you go into it fully. I honestly don't want this video to be too long, so I'm gonna stop here. Until next time, I just wanted to encourage us that it's New Year, and let's continue to pray that the presence of God will abide with us, that throughout this year, the presence of God will be with us. And until next time, please kindly subscribe, kindly comment, let me know your thoughts. Do you have any experiences that you would like to share with me, with my viewers? So kindly please drop your comment, kindly like, kindly share, kindly subscribe. And until next time, I remain your sister, Tosin. Bye-bye.